Let's talk about the star company, Everest Fleet.
We both have that. Very Siddharth. Very Siddharth.
He's coming in a future episode. By the way, also a member of the Young Founders
Yes,
Group.
yes.
Right?
That's where
Sorry,
we
Young
both
Funders
know.
Group. Yeah,
Yes,
right?
that's how we both know him.
Yeah, we both know him, and a very interesting investment, because I think when we made the investment, and I'll just talk about from what our LPs thought. A lot of conversations at IC level, at LP level, we are investing in a fleet manager. How will this ever make us money? Right? This is not a startup, right? And it was a very difficult sell, right? I think one of the few places where maybe vetoes were required, we're going to veto this, but he's done it, right? He's definitely delivered a tech product. How was it for you? Because other companies definitely very clear on the tech side. This company says fleet in the name. So there's no way to hide what they do.
Correct. Absolutely right.
And very much a highly operational business, heavy on capex, and in a 2020 world, where suddenly there are the biggest. I remember March 21st, 22nd country goes into lockdown. March 21st, the biggest problem faced by Everest was where to park the cars. There are 600 cars to park. Where to park them, right?
True.
How did you sell that internally to A, to yourself, B, to the IC, and C, to the investors?
So as far as the idea is concerned, see, one thing really helped me with my set of learnings is that I was never biased to anything. A lot of people who had done their first fund back then were very clear with the ideology of investing only in tech startups. On the contrary, I was very clear that my thesis were never like, I will only invest in tech. So that is the reason why, naturally there was no, a filter to say that, okay, this is a fleet management company, so should I not? In my personal portfolio, there are companies which are non-tech and they have done really well for me. So I never believed that kind of thesis that only a tech would change the world. I think so what changes the world is the entrepreneur, not a technology.
Wow.
So I was very clear that I'm backing an entrepreneur, not, a tech or something. Second thing was, since we knew Siddharth right from the beginning, we knew his little bit of understanding and experience of understanding the ecosystem. So that was one thing. Third, product market fit. I think so, but that point of time, he already had 150 cars, which he demonstrated that this business can work. And we clearly could see that Ola and Uber, that point of time, both of them were quite there.
Yeah. They were struggling with the individual.
Yeah, they were not struggling in terms of demand, but they were struggling from the supply. And I very, very clearly remember that there were always some kind of episodes happening in different parts of the country as far as some sort of strikes from the driver.
Correct.
So when we were discussing with Siddharth and we just felt that, what exactly are going to change here? So he just categorically said that, listen, everybody is owning maybe around 10 cars or 15 cars each, and they are putting it to Uber system. For Uber, it's very difficult to manage so many, fleet managers as individuals. So we become the consolidated guys. Then I felt that again, you will become, one of the aggregator sort of guy, where then again, you will have that advantage. And that's where the difference came, right? He said, I will not become aggregator. I will be the owner of the asset.
Correct.
And the ownership lies with me, and the driver would be on the incentive basis, on the structure. Therefore, this is the way how I'm going to be efficient. And considering I'm going to have all 100% CNG cars, then my cost against diesel and petrol, I will be always cheaper because there is no other alternative fuel.
Very clear focus on this.
Right? So, and the margins were clear that you are talking about 22% onwards EBITDA margin. Right. And that was demonstrated while he was doing that business of 150 cars. So that was good enough for me. Right. And plus the intent, when, we were investing, I was also in the same doubt with, of course, every investment, you'll have some kind of doubt to be created. It is never like easy way out. And Siddharth, I asked him that, what, exit aayega na? Like, I'll get you the money. You would not have this trouble. I'll make sure that I'll get you the exit and you will make money here. Then he asked me this counter question. Ki, Abhishek, what is your expectation? And back then, my idea was that at least I should succeed with more than 50% of my portfolio getting survived. And agar 5 guna bhi ban gaya, to bahut acha hai, because, markets were not that rosy then. So he said, I told him कि मैं 5 गुना बन गया तो बहुत अच्छा है सिद्धार्थ. तो Siddharth, like looking here and there, he said, डाल दो.
In his traditional style.
And ठीक है, मैंने डाल दिया.